lesson, we got acquainted with world's famous sports stars. Well, and it was quite interesting for us, I suppose. No, please. Look at the screen. Look at the screen. Whom do you see? Who's it? Who's it? Don't have to stand up. You don't have to stand up. Who's it? Inna Zhukova. What do you know about her?
Inna Zhukova started gymnastics in 1990 at age 4. Originally, she trained in Russia.
She trained in Russia.
But Inna was invited to train in Belarus.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Well, the next one. Who is it?
Grishkevich was born in 1969. When he was 3 years old, he took the wheel, and when he was 5 years old, he successfully raced on the karts.
Thank you very much. Next one. Who is it? Who is it? Love. Do you know?
Yes.
You don't have to stand up.
He was born in 1985. At the beginning
Of his career.
of his career.
His career.
He played in the Porto. It's a football team.
Right in Portugal, right? He
Yes.
played in Portugal.
Then he played in Manchester United.
Manchester United. Well, thank you very much. Next one. Who is it? Diga.
This Helena Isinbaeva, she was born in Volgograd in July 1982. Russian jumping with stick.
Well, actually, she does. What does she do? She does gymnastics, athletics. Well, I suppose she does athletics. Well, but she used to do gymnastics. She used to do gymnastics. Yeah. And what was interesting for you in this article? What have you learned? What have you learned?
I learned about British sport and and physical activity.
And about different physical activities. Well, thank you very much. Now, well, my next question is, what was boring or was everything exceedingly interesting for you in this article about sport in Britain? Was it exceedingly interesting for you or was it boring? Nikita?
For me, it was interesting about sports.
Well, interesting was the fact that
What the United
That.
Kingdom has given a lot of sports.
well has given birth to lots of sports. Lots of sports. Well, for example, which ones?
Football, rugby, cricket, squash, billiards.
Well, what team sports are popular in the United Kingdom, Victoria? What team sports are popular in the United Kingdom? Team sports.
Team sport.
Well, the following team sports are popular
Popular.
in the United Kingdom. For example,
For example.
which ones? Which ones? Nikita?
Football, tennis, badminton.
Badminton are popular in
Are
are
popular in
in the United Kingdom.
football, rugby, cricket. Football, rugby are famous team sports.
Famous team sports in the United Kingdom. Thank you. What individual sports are most popular in Britain? Liz?
The most popular individual sports is motor racing, horse racing, and golf.
Well, thank you. And now try to prove. Britain has a rich sports history. Britain has a rich sports history. Love, can you prove? Britain has a rich sports history.
Britain has a rich sports history. In fact, many of the world's most popular sports sports began in Britain. The United Kingdom has given birth to lots of international sports, include football, tennis, rugby, badminton, golf, tennis, baseball, rugby, and billiards.
And billiards. Thank you. People in Britain like sport very much. People in Britain like sport very much. Please.
About 29 people over the age 16 or
At the age
of 16 every year takes part in some exercises or competitions.
Take part in different competitions every year. Take part in different competitions every year. Well, try to prove that international sports competitions are popular in Britain. And please.
The four nations that make up the UK usually enter their own teams in international sports competitions. Great British sporting events includes the Football Cup final, the Wimbledon tennis tournament, the Open Golf Championship, and the Grand National world famous horse race.
Well, thank you very much. Horse race. Now, taking into consideration your passion for learning. Well, I suppose that it will be a thing of vital importance for us to watch a video about different sports in Britain. Well, just to extend our knowledge about it. Now, please, you have got handouts. Look through the sentences given in your. Look through the information given in your handouts. So, your task will be, to get acquainted with this kind of information, you have to complete sentences, or you have to answer, the questions given in your handouts. Before doing this, I would like you to practice a couple of words. I would like you to practice some words given just at the top of your handouts. Please repeat after me. Wembley. Oh, no. So, Wembley. Tournament. Wimbledon. Rowing. Headquarter. Facilities. Well, thank you. Translate into English. Biathlon. Which way is not?
How often do you go swimming?
I go swimming once a week. I go swimming 3 times a week. I go twice a week.
Why do you go swimming?
Because it's fun. I go swimming because it's fun and it's a great sport.
Lots of people go cycling.
Very good. Well, the first one, complete the following sentences. So I think please read it. Read the first one.
Wembley is the sense of
Wembley is the scene of
football matches.
Of great football matches. Well, thank you. The second one, Nikita.
Wimbledon is a place for tennis players.
For tennis tournaments. And the next one. St. Andrews.
In Scotland is the home of golf.
The home of golf. Absolutely right. Thank you. The next one.
Kelly is the center of the world of rowing.
Rowing. By the way, what is rowing? Grebla. Thank you, Liz.
Lord's is the headquarters of the game of cricket.
Thank you. Well, now, more and more people in Britain are taking up different sports. What kind of sports are they taking up? The first one. Nikita, please read the question and answer.
More.
How many public?
Swimming pool.
How many public swimming pools? Well, please read the question. Please read the question aloud.
How many public swimming pools are there in Britain?
In Britain. Answer. But over at least
About 20,000.
20,000. Over 20,000 public swimming pools in Britain. Absolutely right. Well, the second one. Vasim.
Why do people go swimming in Britain? Because it's fun.
In full sentence, please. Answer in full sentences. Well, people in
people
Britain.
people in Britain go swimming
swimming.
because it's fun and very interesting.
Well, it's fun, it's interesting, and it's a great sport. It's a great sport. Thank you. Well, the next one. Who would like to answer it? Vika.
How many
How many clubs?
How many clubs does the British cycling
Federation
have?
have. How many clubs?
One.
The British Cycling Federation has.
The British Cycling Federation
Has
100.
1,000.
208.
200 clubs. 200 clubs. Four. Please.
What is the most popular sport in the United Kingdom? The most popular sport in the United Kingdom is walking.
Is walking. Thank you, Nikita. The next one.
How long is the Pennine Way?
No, Pennine Way. Pennine Way.
Pennine Way.
Pennine Way. The Pennine Way is
Is
in full sentence, please. In a full sentence.
the Pennine Way.
Pennine Way is.
Pennine Way is the road for walking people.
No, but how long is it? It's a road for walking,
no,
right? It's a road. It's a route.
The Pennine Way is
Please. Help us.
200
Help
kilometers.
us.
440 kilometers.
412 kilometers long. Thank you. People in Britain like watching sport on TV and live. What do people like watching? What do people like watching? Vika.
People like watching football,
Well,
horse riding,
horse racing. What else?
and
Motor racing and
and
rugby.
and
And rugby. Well, thank you. In Britain, you can see unusual and interesting games. What kind of games can you see? Where can you play cricket? Where can you play cricket? Nikita, where can you play cricket?
You can play cricket
Cricket?
in Lords.
In Lords. Well, but what do you have? What do you have to dispose of in order to play cricket? You have to dispose of a garden, just because. My God, just because you need a lot of area, so to play this kind of game. By the way, cricket. Well, it's a game which was invented in France, and there is no difference between cricket and croquet. Well, croquet, that's actually the French variant of this game. Croquet or cricket. Well, and the last one. Where can you play curling? Curling. Liz.
You can play curling on ice.
You can play curling on ice. Well, absolutely right. Thank you very much. Now, I would like you to play a game which is called Conference. Well, I suggest we should play a game which is called Conference. For this game, I need an expert who is pretty experienced in sports of the United Kingdom. The task will be, Nikita, who would like to be an expert? Well, please come here. If you'd like to ask you a question, you have to raise your hand. Well, to stand up, to raise your hand, to stand up, to introduce yourself, to ask you a question. Don't forget to say thank you. Well, ready, steady, good. So please introduce yourself.
My name is Nikita. I have been in England, in UK, and I love watching and playing sport games.
Sport games. Well, who would like to ask the first question? Lisa. So please.
Hello, my name is Lisa and I'm from Scotland. What physical activities are most popular in the United Kingdom?
The most popular physical activity in the UK is walking.
Thank you very much.
Well, and sorry, do you like walking? Do you like walking?
Yes, because when you're walking, you can see the city. When you're walking in the park, you can breathe out air. When you walk in the park, you can breathe in fresh air.
Fresh air. Thank you. The next question.
Hello, my name is Vlad. I present you from New York Times. What is the most popular sport in the UK?
The most popular sport is walking and cricket, because this is very British game.
Thank you very much.
Good morning. I student Victoria. I want ask to ask what do people like watching in the UK?
People in the UK like watching football, rugby, tennis on TV.
Thank you.
And online.
Good morning. My name is Anna. I am from England. Which sports places in Britain do you know?
Sport place.
Sporting places in Britain.
I know Wembley. This is scene of football matches. It's Wimbledon. It's city near London. In Wimbledon is 2 weeks of tournament. Wimbledon. Lords. This is place where playing cricket.
So where you can play cricket, please.
Hello once again, and what kind of sport do most people prefer to watch?
I prefer to watch maybe football or rugby, because this is very cool sport and interesting to watch.
Thank you.
It's a very great sport. Vlad.
Hello, my name is Vlad. I'm representative from New York Times. What individual sports do you know?
I know horse racing, motor racing. I know individual sports including motor racing, horse racing, golf, athletics.
Thank you.
Please.
What famous sportsmen do you know?
I know Michael Jordan. This is famous and the best basketball player, I think. Cristiano Ronaldo. This is the best football player in the world. Виталий Кличко. This is boxing.
Well,
And politicians.
thank you very much. Well, and the last question for today.
How many people over the age of 16 in the United Kingdom regularly take part in sports of exercise?
About 29 million.
About 29 billion. Well, it means that this country is very keen on sport. It's very keen on
In this
sport.
country, about 29 million people over the age 16 do exercise and play sport.
Thank you very much, Nikita. Thank you for your answers. So please take your seat. Sports are popular in Britain. What kind of sports are popular in Britain? Please.
Rugby, football, cricket, golf. These sports are very popular in Britain.
And what about Belarus? What kind of sports are popular in Belarus? Victoria.
Football.
Good answer.
Bicycle. Run.
Jogging.
Jogging.
Jogging what? Jogging, well, it's actually not a kind of sport, but running.
And swimming.
Swimming. Nikita, continue, please.
Tennis, athletics, gymnastics
Athletics, gymnastics are popular
are popular in Belarus.
in Belarus. Please continue.
Hockey are famous in Belarus.
Hockey is quite famous in Belarus as well. Thank you very much. Now, I would like you to reckon pairs. Please, reckon pairs. Your task will be, well, please open your books on page 77. Well, there are some statistics about sport in Belarus. You are divided into 3 groups. And you have to mark out, well, the most essential information given in these boxes. We have got 4 boxes. Well, the first group, you are the first group. The task will be, well, to look through the boxes 1 and 2. 1 and 2. The second group, you are the second group. Your task will be to look through the box 4. To look through the box 4. Through the information in this box. Right here, this one. And your task will be to look through the information in the box. Has to present facilities in the Republic of Belarus. Well, who would like to represent facilities in the Republic of Belarus? The first group. Who is your speaker? Who is your speaker? Victoria. So please begin. Speaking about facilities in the Republic of Belarus.
The Rabbit Center in Belarus.
The Rabbit Center.
The Rabbit Center in Belarus is one of the best
centers.
These bison centers. Facilities include 20.5 kilometer ski tracks.
Ski tracks. What else?
Freestyle slopes.
Slopes.
20, 40, 60 meters ski
jumps.
Indoor sports center with gymnasium, sport halls and swimming pools.
Swimming pools. Wow. And what can we? So what else can we find in Belarus? What else can we find in Belarus in terms of facilities? What kind of facilities?
In Belarus there are
many
numerous sports facilities.
For example,
for open everybody.
Open for everybody, right?
2043 stadiums.
250 swimming pools, many gymnasiums,
athletic centers, and ice
rings. Ice rings. Thank you very much. Please take it.
As part of this sub-team. The country has an excellent record at the Olympic Games. The first independent Belarus Olympic team took part in the 1994 Winter Olympic Games in Lillehammer and won 2 silver medals. In the Beijing 208 games, Belarus won 19 medals, including 4 gold and 5 silver. The team was most successful in athletics, weightlifting, and canoeing.
Thank you very much. And the last group, well, the last speaker, is to present, to make a short presentation about sports stars of Belarus. Who would like to do it? Lisa.
Kogut is a sports icon of gymnastics.
Icon
of gymnastics. She won 4 Olympic gold medals, and in 1972 she was named the best sportswoman in the world. And Vitaly Sheba, Belarusian gold and bronze medalist, and he is world champion 40 times and European champion 10 times.
Igor Makarov won a gold medal in competitions in judo at the 204 Athens Olympic Games. Yulia Nestenko won the 100 meters gold medal in the 2004 Athens Olympic Games. And Maxim Mirny is the most famous Belarusian tennis player. He has won a series of international double titles and has led the Belarus national team to its best ever result in the next
Thank you very much. Nikita, translate into English. Результаты. Results. Победила.
Won.
One. Well, let's sum up. What have you learned today? What have we learned today in our today's lesson? Lisa.
Today we learned that Wembley is a scene of great football matches, and we learned about some great sports in the United Kingdom.
In the United Kingdom. And what about sports in the Republic of Belarus? What about sports in the Republic
There are a
of
lot
Belarus?
of famous and popular sports, but the best sports in Belarus is gymnastics and biathlon.
Well, thank you. So we have compared two countries. Are you able to compare two countries?
Yes.
Well, Nikita, please, your opinion.
United Kingdom has given birth to lots of sport international games.
Well, for example, what kind of games?
It includes football, rugby, golf, badminton, cricket, boxing, billiards.
Boxing, billiards. Well, thank you. What about you? What have you learned today?
I learned that the British have a rich history sports and the United Kingdom have a lot of sports.
The United Kingdom has a lot of sports. Well, thank you. What about you?
I think in the UK very rich sport. No.
The history.
The history.
Of sport is very rich in the United Kingdom.
Yes, and in the UK, people like play football and watching football and go football team.
So people like following games live. They like following games live. Thank you. Live means on television. In television or in stadiums. Well, Nikita, what else?
British is very sporty country where
Britain is very sporty.
No, Britain is very sporty country where about 29 million people over the 16, over the age of 16, are sporty.
Are sporty. And what about you? What have you learned today? What was interesting for you? What was interesting for you?
It's interesting
It was interesting to learn about
many sporting places.
About many sporting places and events. Well, about so-called venues. Well, thank you. What about you?
We learned that walking.
Lisa, was it?
Today I learned about our country. It's a very sporty country.
What kind of sports are popular in Belarus?
In Belarus, popular athletics, camping, weightlifting, and other
Sports are popular. Nikita, what else?
Great Britain has a lot of sporting events.
Events.
Includes the football cup, the Wimbledon tournament, the Open Golf Championship, and national and Grand National.
And the last one.
The greatest sport in the UK is walking, and the road for walkers is 412 kilometers long.
Thank you. And today we have also got acquainted with such sports as curling, cricket, and tennis, which are typical for Britain and very popular with the people in Britain. Your home task will be, so please open your day books. Open your day books. Curling, cricket, tennis. The task will be to make a short report, a kind of presentation about these kinds of sport, which are typical for Britain. Curling, cricket, and tennis. Including the history of this kind of sport, and the rules. And one more question. What was boring today? What was boring today? What was boring in our today's lesson? Nothing was boring? Nothing was boring? Was extremely interesting for you? Well, actually, I'm glad to hear it. Now, I would like to evaluate your today's work. Who was the best English speaker today?
Никита.
Well, I would share this point of view, well, just because, well, it was actually obvious in my vision at least. That's why you have got a 10. He was a nice expert today, he was pretty experienced, we are pretty experienced in different kinds of sport in Britain, you have got a 10. Well, the second best English speaker today was? Yes. Well, you have got a 10 as well. Well, I appreciate your efforts very much indeed. Well, you usually work hard. Well, Vlad, Vika, thank you very much for your today's work and your efforts. You have got an 8. You have got an 8 as well. Well, I suppose you don't have to be shy, in spite of lots of people in our today's lesson. You don't have to be shy. It concerns you as well. Well, you've got a 7. You have got a 7, and you have got an 8. You have got an 8 because I know that it's quite difficult for you to speak. Nevertheless, you try to do your best, and it's actually a great achievement for you. Thank you very much. Our lesson is over.
Да, так он уже прокомментировал ответ, он уже все немного расставил, да.